Previously on In Times Like These.
Do you honestly believe that I deserve to go to prison for the crimes that my son did? No. I believe that you need to go to prison for the crimes you committed, Finnegan. For your sake, you better hope your lawyer can get you off. I do have hope, Commissioner. As for you, it seems like you're on the wrong side of history, and I feel sorry for you. But that's still such a huge loss. You still grew up without a mother. Do you mind telling me how she passed? I'm not ready to go into those details yet. All I'm trying to say is that parents can't control everything their kids do. Finnegan can't be punished for his son's actions, and I won't lose this election for distancing myself from Harley. Even though Isidore didn't know what would happen after he blackmailed Terry for all those years, it doesn't erase the fact that the man still has Ulysses' blood on his hands. I just love how you show up unannounced and don't even have the decency to attempt to call first, as if you'd pick up if I call. Believe me, Owen, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't important. I'll be the one to decide that, Leslie. All right. Are you willing to explain to me why you haven't gotten Harley Drake to drop her endorsement for your campaign? What you need, Max? I need updates on Xena July. Isabel, can we talk? We have nothing to talk about, Isidore. Since you and I slept together, then it only means we have a lot we need to discuss. Do you two think you'll have to go to court to speak against Finnegan? I wouldn't be surprised if we do, Poppy, especially after everything he's done before he ended up in a coma. But Jeremiah and I are ready to go to court if we can help him go to prison. Is everything alright, Isaac? No, Jeremiah, everything isn't alright. Finnegan Burke approached me the other day. Harley refused to drop her endorsement and Finnegan supported her decision. What do you mean they refused to do it? It's not like they can force you to stay connected to them. They didn't force me, Leslie, but they brought up some points that made sense. What points were made, Owen? Pacho Torres already dropped his endorsement for my campaign. If Harley drops her endorsement, then it could cost me the entire election. I'm stuck with her. I'm still only getting to know Xena. It's gonna take some time to figure out what she's all about, nephew. How were you able to connect with her in the first place? Easy. The two of us connected over the fact that the family don't really like either of us. And how do you expect to stop whatever Xena is planning when you bring up that fact, Vivian? Lower your voice. I'd rather forget about the mistake I made. Please go before Michelle sees you. She lifted the ban against me, remember? That doesn't mean she'd be glad to see you and I speaking with one another, Isidore. Both of my children know that I shouldn't even give you the time of day. But your children don't know that you and I have unfinished business, Isabel. What did Finnegan say to you? He asked me to try and convince D.A. Russo to drop the charges against him. What is wrong with that man? I found myself asking the same thing. Of course, I denied his request. Did he threaten you? Because knowing Finnegan, he'd want to retaliate. No, Shelley, he didn't threaten me, but I'm not afraid of him whatsoever. And he would be foolish to threaten you because you're the head of the police. Finnegan doesn't care about that though. Isaac, you still need to be careful because you've already been told how sneaky he is. You need to be prepared for anything. I'm sorry to hear that you've been cornered like this, Owen. Are you? Yes, I am. Hopefully this doesn't lead to our past being uncovered. There it is. Leslie, you don't care about how this affects me. All you care about is how this will affect you. You're the one who went to law school. I thought you'd be smart enough to know that our past being exposed affects the both of us. All we can do is hope that nothing worse comes out of this and wait to see how election day will turn out. You do have another option though. What would that be? Dropping out of the race. Let me give you some good old-fashioned Aunt Viv wisdom. Relating to Xena will encourage her to reveal her true self to me. In other words, you'll be using the same tactics that you used to take over Russo Jewelers in the first place. Don't worry, Max. I ain't gonna take the company back from Alan. Remember, this is only to save the company. I'll be more convinced by your actions rather than your words. What sort of action would you prefer to see? I'd prefer that you let me in a little more. No can do, nephew. We do have finished business, Isidore. I've already told you that I'd rather forget about what happened the other day. Here we go again, playing tug of war. Aren't you tired of this decades-long game we've been playing with one another? Yes, I am tired. I've told you over and over again how tired I am. But you keep testing me. I've told you that I'm done with you, but you can't bring yourself to leave me alone. What happened the other day wasn't something that neither of us didn't want. You were more than capable of stopping me if you wanted to. Why are you bothering my mother? Your family has more experience with Finnegan, so I'll take your warning seriously. But I'm certain that he won't prevail. Does that mean you'll keep a close eye on him? I will, not just for my family, but for the sake of your family too. Thanks for that reassurance, Isaac, and thanks for sharing this update. Mais ami, it bothers me that all of these months we didn't realize that Finnegan would come back into our lives and make trouble for us. I feel the same way too, Poppy. Finnegan is back to his old tricks again, and he needs to learn that we're not amused by them whatsoever. What are you gonna do, Jeremiah? Dropping out of the race is the last thing I'll do. Do you expect me to ask you to drop your career? My career wouldn't risk my background being looked into. Wanna bet? Because I wouldn't if I were you. At the moment, I'll continue to work hard to win this election. I'll also work just as hard to keep our past buried. Aren't we on the same page though? Why can't we work closely together, Vivian? Cause I ain't gonna risk losing any progress that's been made. Unless you want Xena to get suspicious of me. I don't. Then trust that I know what I'm doing. Isidore is just wasting his time thinking that I'll convince Vivian to sign back his Russo Jewelers shares over to him. Then stop wasting my mother's time and accept that you'll never see those shares again. Because if you try that again, then I'll have no issue banning you from this hotel again. Okay, I'll accept defeat, Nichelle. I'm content with the fact that I at least tried. It still annoys me that Isaac not only steals your job, but is willing to watch you go to prison. With you as my lawyer, Harley, I won't be going anywhere. Jeremiah, welcome to the Rusty Kettle. What can I get you? The only thing you can do for me is to stop playing these games and accept responsibility for your actions.